Let me take today some questions of air resistance. If I throw a body upwards with initial velocity u and air resistance force is time taken to reach maximum height. Ramaju, can you check what is in waiting room?
Sir, already check it, sir.
Air resistance force is minus kV. Find the time taken to reach maximum height. Initial velocity is given as u. I think we can do it by writing the basic equation of motion. Downward force mg, mass is given m. Acceleration will be downward direction. That is equal to mg divided by m. And also, if velocity is v upwards, then force will become, what will be force? kV. So acceleration will become mg plus kV, but direction will be minus mg by m plus kV by m. Sorry, that is minus g minus k by m into v. But we can write acceleration as dv by dt, because I want to find out the time taken to reach maximum height. Can we get the time now? dv upon g plus k by m into v. This integral minus sign, I can take other side only, is equal to minus dt integral. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now there were some students who did not know the integration. Sai Teja, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Now try to give the answer if possible, please. I expect that you have learned the formula by now. Can you give me the answer of right hand side? Is very simple. Right hand side, what is the answer for right hand side? What we will get after integration of this? Minus dt.
Minus t.
Minus t, right? After putting limits also, it will be minus t only, because lower limit is
Yes,
just
sir.
0.
Zero,
And what
yes.
about the left hand side? Start from u up to what velocity? Up to what velocity finally? At highest point, velocity will be 0.
Zero.
I want, so I have to take 0 therefore. Tell me what it will be now. Sai Teja.
Sir, log g plus kv by m.
Log of g plus kv by m, correct only, and outside m by k.
Yes.
This k by m inside, outside it will be m by k, reciprocal. Limits,
Yes,
limits we have to write separately. So I'm
Zero.
again putting it in bracket and writing limits
U to 0.
Then log of upper limit means g plus 0 minus log of lower limit g plus ku by m. This whole is multiplied by m by k, and that is equal to minus t. Now we can do one thing.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
We cannot hear you, sir.
What is it? This is answer. Time value.
Yes, sir.
Right, this is answer. So we are getting the time of ascent. Can I say time of descent will be same? Can I say that the time of descent will be same? Please
Yes,
say
sir.
something. No, sir, not yes.
No,
Here
sir,
saying
no,
yes
sir, no,
only.
sir.
Clearly speaking, no, sir.
I said clearly yesterday
Equal
to you
to
that when
Yes, sir.
log
Air resistance is
log
It goes
of rate m by k
faster
also,
up.
sir.
it will go higher up, it will go faster, and while it comes down, it will come slowly, not that fast. Because we can think in this way also.
No, sir.
While it is coming down, then the free body diagram will be mg downwards. Upward force will become v will be downwards. Upward force will become kv. Then acceleration will be mg minus kv divided by m, which is equal to g minus kv by m. So you can see that acceleration is less during downward journey. So on an average, we can say for upward journey, it is having more acceleration, but for downward journey, it will have less acceleration on an average. Right? You understood this?
Yes, sir,
Sir, m by k you forgotten, sir, in formula. T equal to m by k into log will come, sir.
You are right. Sorry. M by k.
Yes, sir.
And here also m by k. Now it is okay, I think.
Yes, sir.
No, it is okay. If it is given that ku by mg is very, very less as 1 compared to 1, if given. I am not saying it is given, but if it is given, then what could our answer be? Then the answer could become m by k into, you know what we can write log of 1 plus x approximately?
Sir, your screen staring stops.
Yes, sir.
What is user screen?
What we can write this thing, log of 1 plus x formula. Log of 1 plus x is approximately equal to x if x is very less as compared to 1.
Okay, sir.
And then you can see what happens in that case. K cancels with m, this cancels, we are getting same formula as we know already, u by g. That is why we say when air drag force is less, when ku will be, if ku is very less as compared to mg, if air drag force is very less as compared to mg, then I can get this time is equal to just u by g. Okay, as we have already derived.
Yes, sir.
Right. What will be the maximum height reached in case of air drag question? Can you get maximum height reached? To get maximum height reached, I have to first start with this expression here. I'm copying it again. taking it down. Why I have to start again from here? Now I cannot put the limits in this way. I have to put limits u to v because I want velocity as a function of time, right or not? Then I can get height also if I
Yes.
know velocity as a function of time. Therefore, can I do another way? Let me think first. V into dv by dx, that is also acceleration. I know I can use this one also, I think so. Wait, I can use the second approach. Let me try that way. Acceleration was equal to g minus kv by m negative because it is in downward direction. And minus or plus, I think. G plus kv by m
Yes, sir.
plus. Now this acceleration we have to write v into dv by dx or dh. If I want to consider, we can write h also, or we can write y, whatever you want to write. V into dv by dy, let us along y axis because it is going. Okay. So that is equal to minus g plus kv by m. What next? V upon g plus kv by m into dv will be equal to minus dy. Limits, what will be the limits? Tell me. 0 to maximum height h, and here height means height of ascent, we can say ha. Height of ascent, and this will be u2, I think v 0, right? We can put v0 now because I have at the highest point the velocity will be 0. What do we get now? How to integrate this expression? There is a way to do this. I will multiply outside by m by k and inside by k by m into v. Divide by g plus k by m into v dv. This is LHS, which I can further write as k by m into v. I will add g and I will subtract g. Can you integrate this expression now? Can you integrate this one? I think not complicated. We can do it easily because this side is just 1. So what do we get? M by k into dv. Limits were u to v minus, sorry, u to 0 minus m by k into, what is the result of this expression?
Sir, second step explain, sir, again. Why
Which
you
one?
have taken like it, sir? Second step, sir, that equal to written, you multiplied with m by k, na, sir.
M by k
Yes, sir,
multiplied by
there.
k by m, that is 1 only. M by k multiplied by k by m is 1 only or not? It is same
Okay,
as
sir.
above. No difference in this. If you are asking why we are doing that, if it is same only, reason is I want to get a linear function g plus k by mv, and here also g plus k by mv, so that I change it into 1. I can just write it as 1. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
After getting here just 1 only, next we will be getting this because I have added g, I have to subtract g also. I added g
Yes,
and I
sir.
subtracted g.
Yes, sir.
Then second term also is easy now. Mg by k I can take inside and out. What is the integration of this g plus k by mv? We have already done it before. That comes out to be m by k
m by
into log
k
of
into log g plus k kv by
k
m.
by m. Limits will be again 0 to u to 0. we get m by k into 0 minus u minus m square by k square into g into log of g divided by g plus ku by m. Okay, that is left hand side, which is equal to minus mu by k minus m square by k square into g plus, let me write it plus ln g plus ku by m divided by g. This way we can write. Getting answer finally, m square g by k square into ln 1 plus ku by mg minus mu by k. That is height of ascent, because right hand side we have just 0 minus, oh it is negative here, then I think I have to take, it will be minus ha, then ha will become mu by k minus m square g by k square into ln 1 plus ku by mg.
Maximum
That
height
you know,
formula, sir, this one.
this is maximum height if it is a drag force is acting.
Okay.
Okay, what is formula for log of 1 plus x? X minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 and so on. You know that if I take higher limits also, then higher values also, then it will be like this. If I convert it into this form, then I will be getting mu by k minus m square g by k square into ku by mg and minus k square upon m square into u square upon g square by 2. I want to check whether, just to verify, is it coming out to be same or not? I'm neglecting the third order term, but I'm taking the first two terms into account. Third term I'm neglecting. What we get? Let us check once. Mu by k minus m cancelled with m. We are getting mu by k only plus k square cancels. M square cancels. We are getting u square by 2g. This is 0. Okay.
Same we got tested out.
Same only, right?
Yes, sir.
Same only. So, but I have taken neglecting. Here I have neglected
Neglecting.
cubic terms.
Yes, sir.
Higher order term, more than cubic terms. Means
Without
neglect.
sir, without a drag means u square by 2g, na sir. Without a drag.
Without air drag, it is u square by 2g only. Without air drag, it is u square by 2g. But I just proved here that even if we take air drag, but air drag is less, negligible air drag, then I can neglect maybe cubic terms.
Yes, sir.
If I neglect the cubic terms, then I will be getting this. So this
U
is
square
for
by
those
2g.
cases
Okay,
when
sir.
I am able to neglect the higher order terms. I cannot
Okay.
neglect higher order terms always. I can neglect higher order terms only if
A drag is
K
very,
is
very less.
less than mg. Then we can do this.
Okay.
Okay. One question I'm leaving for you. You have to do yourself. If it is given that if drag force equals minus kv square, find maximum height reached and find the time of flight. I'm not asking this time to go up in this time. I'm asking total time of flight, including time of ascent as well as time of descent. Time to go up and time to come down, both. Second part will be lengthy. If you want to do easy question part first, then you do this thing. Forget second, third part. This one, I'm giving it third number. Do 1 and 2. For the way we did in the above question, we answered only first two parts. Can you answer the first two? Can you get the answer for the first two parts? Hmm? How to get? Same logic, but difference will be while going upwards, then diagram will be like this. Mg downwards, kv square downwards. But while going downwards, then velocity will be down. Mj will be downwards. KV
Sir,
square will
minus
be
kv
upwards.
square they given as a drag. A drag
So
minus.
air drag is whether I write minus
Air
kv
drag is
square or not.
always opposite, sir.
Listen. When I write minus kv square or not minus kv square, that doesn't matter. But air drag will be opposite to velocity. It will always
sir.
be. It is understood it has to be opposite to the relative velocity of body with respect to wind. If wind is also blowing, then a relative velocity will be different. We have to consider always relative velocity in the account. Sometimes it may happen. I may throw a ball up, but wind is blowing this side. This wind may move it in horizontal direction also. I could ask you this question that if I throw a ball up, but the wind is blowing in towards the left hand side, and then what horizontal displacement this ball will have as it rises up? We can answer such questions also. Okay. But before that, first to do this simple question only. This one and this one. Try once. Giving you maybe 2 minutes time is enough or not? Giving you 2 minutes time to do. Let me stop recording for that moment. I will start again. So this is what we are getting, time of ascent. Means this formula directly we should know. If we know this formula, we will apply it here. And then by applying this, we are getting this result at last. Taking the limits also properly, rearranging the terms. At last answer is this. Time of ascent we are getting. That was not that difficult. Height is tougher than this or easier than this. To find maximum height, we have to write v into dv by dx is equal to minus of, what was that expression? Minus of k by m taken out. K by m taken out into v square plus mg by k. V into dv upon v square plus mg by k is equal to minus k by m into v square. Okay. And now what we can do? Integrate. Sorry, I did wrong something. Listen. What is it here? It will be just minus k by m into dx. Right or not? Bringing this thing down.
Yes, sir. That's all, sir.
And
Yes,
taking
sir.
dx up.
Yes, sir.
Then one more thing I would like to say now, that if I assume v square plus mg by k as another quantity, some other quantity, unknown quantity, maybe z, what will be derivative of dz with respect to v? Dz by dv will become 2v or not? Because if I differentiate this, okay, it is just assumed. Don't think that somebody may think what is why z is equal to this. It is just assumption. I'm assuming another quantity. Why I'm doing that, you will understand soon. You will understand why I'm doing that. So dz by dv will be equal to 2v. then what will be dz equal to 2v dv, right or not?
2b dv. Yes, sir.
Or I can do one thing, I can just write
Hmm?
v dv. What is v dv equal to? dz by 2.
తీసుకురామన్నా
dz by 2 is equal to v dv. So we can write this left hand side will become dz by z, and right hand side will be k by m into dx. dz by not z, sorry, what did I do here?
by
2
2
is there. 2 is there. 2 is there. Z is also there. Z is there because Z is this expression. This is Z. So dz by 2z it will become. Okay. If I integrate these now, limits, I will decide later on. First of all, let me write the answer is 1 by 2 log z is equal to minus k by m into x. X has limits 0 to height of ascent. So 0 to height of ascent, it will become minus k into height of ascent by m. What about for this expression? Log z, that will become 1 by 2 into log of v square plus mg by k, limits going from u to 0. What will be the answer then finally? Log of mg by k minus log of u square plus mg by k, and this 1 by 2 I'm taking to the right side. So it will become minus 2k into height of ascent by, why I did not take it, need to take it that side, sorry. Mainly I want to, in fact, I want to find HA, so I should bring minus m by 2k this side, that is this side. Getting answer now, this is the height of ascent. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Somewhat difficult integration, but manageable. Means you should be familiar with such integrations also. So we can't say that we cannot do it. We can do it. Okay. One question I'm leaving, maybe that is too tough. Maybe if it is tough only, that may be slightly tough. For that, what I have to do now? One part is already over. Which part is over? The first one is over. Second one is over. If I want to get the last one, then I have to write. I don't have to write the relation. I have to write this relation dv by dt again, but not with this expression. This expression will change. Why will it change? Its expression will become now g minus kv square by m.
Sir,
Sir, your voice is not audible.
yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir. I think sir's connection was lost.
Boys, don't leave. I will call, sir. Students, wait for 2 minutes.
Are you solving the question? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
solving this
sir.
question or not? Solve this question. Not that difficult. I don't know why you're taking so much time. Extension is minus G, both for AB as well as BC, right or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
And what is our displacement formula then? Displacement is equal to, I can write it as V square minus U square upon 2A. I can write in many ways, but here I can see clearly this will be more suitable here. Why will it be more suitable? Because initial velocity means
Both are
velocity at
velocities given.
both velocities are given. So I will prefer to use this formula for numerator. Numerator, I will write VB square minus VA square divided by 2A, and denominator VC square minus VB square by 2A. By 2A will get cancelled or not? By 2A
Yes, sir. They will get
by 2A.
cancelled.
They will get cancelled. So final result is
They
so
will
simple.
get
One step
cancelled, sir.
Why? What is taking you so long to do? It is simple only. Get the answer from here now.
For me, the question did not visible, sir. I'm not able to see the question. Now only I saw this question.
Okay. 1 by 9 minus 1 by 4 upon BC square minus means 1 by 16 minus VB square. VB square is
20 by
1 by
7, sir,
9.
answer.
Answer will be 20.
20 by 7, sir.
20 by
Okay,
7.
just check the calculation. I'm not sure of it, but you just check the calculations. If calculations are right, then answer will be right only. Method is simple. Next, you do one question of lift. Or maybe I will ask question of 2020 mains, 2020 mains. A helicopter rises from the rest on the ground in vertically upward direction with acceleration g. Helicopter is rising up.
Your voice is not audible now, sir.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, just I am writing the question. So after that, I will say something. Helicopter rises up with acceleration g, starting from rest. If food packet is dropped from the helicopter, when it is at high touch, find helicopter rises up with acceleration starting from rest. I think I should mention one more thing. Starting from rest, starting from ground, or maybe I will add starting at rest. Initial velocity given 0 and it is rising up with acceleration g. Find time taken by packet to reach the ground. Find the time taken by the packet to reach the ground.
3 into root 2h by g.
3 into
Root 2h by g.
Sir,
there is no such answer is given.
3.4 into root h by g, sir.
3.4 is also not there. 3.4, I think, yes, right, it is there. One answer is there. Let me check whether it is right or not. I think you are right on it. 3.4 you said, right?
Yes, sir.
3.4 root
Because
h-
2 plus root 3 into root h by g, sir.
that
That
is
is
right only.
3.4.
How to do? This is high touch. What is the initial speed of the body which is dropped? I said several times, 1 or 2 times at least in this class. Now you listen again. Body dropped means its initial velocity should be same as the velocity from which it is dropped. It is dropped from helicopter, so it will have same velocity as the velocity of helicopter. Velocity of the dropped body is same as the velocity from which it is dropped. Velocity of the body from which it is dropped. It is dropped from helicopter, so it will have same velocity as that of helicopter. What will be the velocity of helicopter at the time of dropping? I know initial velocity of helicopter 0, acceleration g, and final velocity I want to find displacement h. B square minus u square is equal to 2s if I use
Root 2
I get v is equal to
Root 2 ah.
acceleration is given as g upwards for the helicopter. So it is root 2 gh velocity. This velocity will be
Sir,
acting as
what you wrote at v is equal to, sir?
Question
The
mark.
top question mark, no, sir?
it is unknown. We
Okay,
have to find it. So then this is h height. If I throw a body upwards here, for the second part of journey, it will rise up, and it is not thrown up. Sorry, it is not thrown up. It is just dropped. But because the velocity of the body or the frame from which it is dropped, that velocity also it will be acquiring. It will have velocity upwards. In the ground frame, after dropping, packet will not go down. It will rise up.
Sir, can
It
you explain
feels-
once more?
This packet which is dropped from the helicopter, that will not be going down. It will be rising up at that time. Do you believe this? Can it happen that way?
Yes, sir.
While the person is throwing some food packet from here, the food packet, rather than going down, it will rise up. You agree with this or not?
Yes, sir.
All of you? Or some of you find it
Yes.
highly unnatural?
Why, sir?
It will rise. At that time, it will rise up because it has velocity same as that of helicopter. With respect to helicopter, its velocity will be 0. Velocity of dropped packet with respect to helicopter at the time of dropping equals 0. Velocity of food packet with respect to helicopter will be 0. P for packet. So Vp minus Vh will be 0. So Vp will be equal to Vh. But Vh at that time is equal to root 2 gh. Let me call it as initial velocity. At the time of dropping, I'm calling it as initial velocity because for the remaining part of the journey, it will be acting as initial velocity only. What will be initial velocity of the food packet then? It will be root 2 gh. Okay.
Minus h is equals to ut minus half g square. Sir, next.
Next will be displacement is minus h for that now. Why? Because it will come, finally it will rise up for some time, then it will again come down.
And it will
So
come
finally
down again.
displacement is minus h. Acceleration is minus g. Initial velocity is equal
Plus
to
to root 2
plus
gh.
root 2 gh. Okay. Then what is the found? Time to be found. We can get time from here.
Yes, sir.
Can we? We are getting answer now. Right. Those who are still confused at why it is rising up, with respect to helicopter, it does not seem to be rising up. With respect to helicopter, it will be seeming to be going down only. But in the ground frame, it will still be rising up. But if it is rising with some velocity, helicopter will also be rising with same velocity. So with respect to helicopter, it will appear as if it is not rising. With respect to helicopter, it will be just momentarily at rest and then it will be coming down. Okay.
Yes,
So it will never appear. It looks unnatural for some students because they started. It looks unnatural for some students because they started believing that it will appear to be rising up with respect to helicopter also. That is not true. It does not appear to be rising up with respect to helicopter. It appears to be rising up only with respect to ground. But in the helicopter frame, it appears to be just going down only. Okay. Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So what is the answer? Finally, answer we are getting now is S is equal to ut plus half of at square minus h is equal to root 2gh into t minus half into gt square. We can get time from here. Is there other way to get the time? There is another way also. What would be the other way? Other way would be this. What is the time of flight above this? Above this time of flight will be u by g for upward journey, right or not?
Yes, sir. Total time of flight 2u by g.
2 by g.
So this is not 2u by g. See, this by is again saying now. How is it 2u by g? U by g is for upwards. Then this is height of descent. If I know velocity v here, then I can say v by g will be for the descent. But I don't know what is velocity
Yes,
v here.
sir. Yes, sir.
But I know what is the total height. What will be the total height? That will be u square by 2g plus h. If I know the
Plus
total height
h.
of descent, if I know the total height of descent, then I can say time of descent will be equal to root 2 into height of descent by g, which is equal to 2 into height. This is the height of descent total, right or not? U square by 2g plus h divided by g under the root. This will be the time of descent. What is the time of ascent? Time of ascent is u by g. So u by g plus this 2 by g into u square by 2g plus h. Do you remember this formula or not? This is the formula for height attained above it. It is u square by 2g only.
Yes,
Tell me
sir.
if any confusion. Any confusion is there?
No
This or not?
confusion.
There should not be any confusion. Very good, very nice. If only advantage of this knowing this formula will be that we can answer quickly. Now you do
Sir?
one thing. You find out by this way also.
Sir?
Yes. Say what?
First I said the answer as 3 into root 2h by z, no, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That only no, sir, answer.
3.4.
2 plus root 2 into root h by g.
2
3.4
plus
we are
root
getting, I
2
think.
into. Yes, sir. 3.4.
Right. Let me do it now only. See what we are getting. I am using this my formula which the way which I am writing. I will be using that one. I will be getting answer as u by g plus 2 into u square by 2g is what? U square is 2gh. So 2gh by 2g, that is h only. H plus h is 2h. That is becoming 2 into 2h by g under the root. I think he is right only. We are getting. No, we are not getting that. What is h here? H is root 2h. Or root 2h by g plus 2 into root 2h by g, which is equal to
3 root 2h by g.
3 into root 2h by g. You said that only?
Yes, sir.
Then it is right, it
Sir,
seems.
from doing one previous one, 2 plus root 2 into root h by g came, sir.
2 plus root 2 is wrong, then how are you getting 2 plus root 2? We will not get 2 plus root 2. And I answer given in the book was in this way, and I thought something else. That is wrong answer probably. If I write root 2, what is the value of root 2? Root 2 will
Sir,
be
we
1
can do
point.
directly now, sir, this one now.
1.4.
We can means we
0.4.
can do this way.
Only
This
time equal to root 2h by g, 3 times will take now, sir. Time of tower to highest point and same highest point at tower and tower to ground. 3 times of 2 root by h.
no, it is wrong.
Why, sir?
Why can we do that? I don't understand reason.
Sir,
for
I
that.
say, sir. Sir, from tower
Hmm?
to highest point, root 2h by g time. Hello?
Hello, I am already noticing you have committed some mistake. Let me check now properly. Maybe it is wrong here then. Because the logic which you are giving me is completely wrong. It will not be 3 times height. You are again assuming uniform motion. Really, I don't know how you are taking that same. This is height h. What height it will attain after that? What height will it attain?
H.
Will it attain h only?
Yeah.
Huh? Will it attain same height h or what?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Same.
sure.
Same only. If it is attaining same height h here, then it will be now 2h. Then time will be, as somebody said, root 2 times. How can it be? How can it be 2h here? Time will be 2t. You are strangely enough, you are saying this thing which is completely wrong, absurd. H and 2h. According to your logic, if time up to this is c, then up to this will be 2t, which is completely absurd. The speeds will be increasing as we go down or not? How can it be equal displacements in equal intervals of time? Are you understanding what I am saying? If from here to here it is c time, then from here to here it will not be 2t. It will be root 2 times c. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So it is wrong what you said. I have to check my calculation. Maybe I have committed some mistake. Then if my answer matches with yours, then it is wrong only. It cannot be that. Let me check once. Time of descent again. Let me write once again here. Time of ascent is coming out to be u by g, no doubt about that, which will be written as root 2h by g. Then what is time for descent?
Yes.
Time for descent will be equal to 2 by g into height of descent under the root. What is height of descent? Height of descent is u square by 2g plus h, which is equal to, it is equal to 2h or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2h only. If it is equal to 2h, then time of descent becomes equal to 2 into 2h, that
To root
is
h by g, sir. To root h by g.
root 2 into root 2h by g. Right or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Then what we get then? Then we are getting answer as, I should have written it as root 2h by g into 1 plus root 2, I think. Then this 1 plus, or root 2 plus 2. Or I can say root h
Sir,
by g
writing times
into
of root h by
root
g.
2 plus
Sir.
root h by g into 2 plus 1.414. Answer given is actually 3.4, but it is approximate 3.4. Approx.
Approximately, sir.
So 3.4 is right answer. Understood. Last time I thought I committed some calculation mistake. Up to this it was right only. Up to this also it is right. Everything is right only. I don't know here what I did. I was writing 3 times. That was wrong. Okay.
Sir, can you explain why it not become
Yes, sir.
2t?
Understood, sir.
Wait, saying why it can't be?
2t.
Because the formula of displacement is half gt square, not gt or something in which there will be uniform displacements in equal intervals of time. Equal displacements are not there in equal intervals of time. In the first, it is very slow, 5 meters in 1 second. You are forgetting that. Then it is covering 20 meters. Then it is covering 45 meters. How can you think in this way? That for the first 5 meters, if it is taking t time, for the next 5 meters also it will be taking t time, and for 10 meters it will become 2t. You are applying that kind of logic. No, you are not applying anything.
Yes,
Say
sir. Yes,
something.
sir. Yes, sir.
Please
Understood, sir.
understand, all things are not just following unitary method only. Are you very fond of unitary method? I am also fond of unitary method, but we have to apply it in right place. It is really wonderful that some things will behave in such a way in which we will just take that 5 unit displacement in 1 second, then 10 unit displacement in 2 seconds. But that happens when the motion is uniform, not for non-uniform motion, not for accelerated bodies. Okay. Remember this idea. This is important. In fact, you should remember this also. If a body falls from h height and time taken is t, falling with initial velocity 0. Then if another body is there which is nh height, then time taken is t, and here time taken will become root n times t. Remember this thing also, because time is directly proportional to root of h. Okay.
Sir, your voice is not audible. Sir.
Not audible, sir.
Yes, sir, your voice is not.
Sir,
Wait.
Are you getting answer for this?
Sir, you are disconnected, sir.
Yes,
You did
sir.
not read this question. This question you did not read.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
We did not hear anything.
Oh,
Yes, sir, we can hear
now
you.
you do this once.
Okay, sir. Now it's visible.
GH is equal to mu square of n minus 2.
Tower of height h and thrown upwards with speed u.
GH is equal to mu square of n square minus 2, sir.
That may be right. Let me check. Answer. 2gh is equal to n into u square into n minus
N
2.
square n minus 2.
Right only. Right only. That only. That is answer. It is 2014 mains question only. Thrown with u speed upwards. What time it takes to rise up? Time taken by the particle to hit the ground is n times taken by to rise to the highest point. So let us say time taken to go to the highest point is Ta. What is time of descent? Time of descent will be n minus 1 times Ta, right or not? Total time from here to here is n into Ta. So just for downward journey, it will be n minus 1 into Ta. This height is something, let us say small h. I told you that height is directly proportional to t square. So what would be this height? This height would then become n minus 1 into h square. Sorry, n minus 1 square into h. Okay. Then what is the h height, remaining height? That is equal to n minus 1 square h minus h, which is equal to n square plus 1 minus 2n minus 1 into h, or it is just n into n minus 2 into h. That is equal to h. But what is h? H is equal to u square by 2g. Understood this one or not? Any doubt?
Can I explain the package?
No, sir.
Which part is not understood? Tell me. This is up to maximum height. It is time of S and TA.
Yes,
Height
sir.
is this. You know, if you are not understanding,
yes,
only
sir.
reason is this.
Height
This
is
thing
directly
is
proportional to t square. Yes, sir.
this thing. You focus this on this. You are not remembering this thing. You are not remembering those formulae which I have told you. I don't know how many of you remember that HUD. That you have to learn by heart it and understand it thoroughly and by heart it. Then you will not be asking it out in a single question. Also, everything will you will doing orally only. But you are not learning this. I don't know why not. Again, same way. I think the way you did not learn the differentiation and integration. No, you are not learning this. HUT. Learn it, please. It is very important. HUT relation. Yesterday I have given. And H is proportional to T square. This will be valid only when one side velocity is 0. Either final velocity 0 for the upward journey. Final velocity is 0. Then also H will be proportional to T square. And from the downward
Yes,
journey,
sir.
initial velocity is 0. If one side velocity is 0, one end velocity, this is the journey, and at one end velocity is 0. This is the journey, at one end velocity is 0. Then this will be valid. So I assume that the time taken to go up will be T, let us say TA. What is time taken to go down? That will be n minus 1 into TA. Why? Because they are saying that the total time to go down is n into T A. Then remaining time just to go down only will be equal to n minus 1 into TA. Okay.
sir.
If this time is n minus 1 times, then if this displacement is h, then this will become as proportional to t square.
N
So it
minus
will
1
become
whole square into
n
h.
minus 1
Yes, sir.
whole square into h. Then what I have done now, I have written this displacement minus this is equal to h. H is equal to
Okay,
this
sir.
total. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. And this
Understood.
h also can be written as u square by 2g. Now let us take one question of lift. A man in balloon rising vertically with an acceleration of g by 2 releases a ball 2 seconds after the balloon is let go from the ground. Find the greatest height in meter above the ground reached by the ball. Can you find out? Do this one now.
Three G by 2 meters, sir.
3g by 2 meters.
Yes, sir. I am getting 3G by 2, sir.
Okay. 2 seconds afterwards, which is g by 2 here. How to do? What is the velocity acquired by it? Root 2 into g by 2 into
Yes, sir.
no, sorry, I can use v equal to e plus at formula because initial velocity is given 0, so final velocity acquired will be equal to u plus at, which is 0 plus g by 2 into
G by 2
2
into
g. So velocity acquired is equal to g here, and it is still rising up. Why? I told you when the body is dropped, then even after dropping, it will have same velocity as that of the place from where it is dropped. But what will be the acceleration? Remember one thing, I now some students commit mistake. You know what they do? They say after dropping, the acceleration of the body will be same as that of balloon. No, just after dropping, the acceleration is that of the acceleration due to gravity. Just after dropping, only force acting on it is mg. So acceleration will definitely be equal to acceleration due to gravity in downward direction. Just after
yes, sir.
releasing. But just after releasing, velocity doesn't change. What changes suddenly? Acceleration changes suddenly. But velocity cannot change suddenly. There is the inertia of velocity. Inertia means tendency to maintain the constant value. That is of velocity, not of acceleration. Some students apply this wrong logic. They think that acceleration of balloon was g by 2 upwards. So even after releasing, it will have g by 2 upwards acceleration. Not like that. Just after releasing, the acceleration becomes minus g downwards. Okay.
Sir, height is g by 2 meters, sir.
Let us find now. So we can write height as u square by 2 g. That is the height attained. But u is equal to g here.
G.
It has attained g. G square by 2g. You are right. Height will be g by 2.
G by 2, sir.
G by 2. Not. This is not answer.
Less.
This is not answer. This is the greatest height, not from the ground, but we are asking from the ground. This is height above the
Ball.
point from where it was dropped. Okay. Height above
Height g by 2.
the point from where
Sir, can you also explain practical situation, sir?
what
5 g
situation
by 2, sir. Answer.
Practical situation.
was dropped. This is practical situation only. It is not hypothetical at all. If there's a balloon and which is rising up and accelerating upwards with acceleration g by 2, then the body which it will be the ball which is dropped just after dropping, the force acting on it is not due to balloon, but that is only due to mg. So its acceleration will soon become g downwards. But as far as the velocity is concerned, that velocity will be same as that of the balloon. What is the velocity of the balloon? Velocity of the balloon is already we calculated, and we found the velocity of the balloon to be equal to g by 2, I think, right? Therefore, initial velocity of the ball also will be equal to g by 2 only upwards. With respect to balloon, it will appear to be going down. With respect to balloon, its velocity will be just 0. It is not rising up with respect to balloon. But while we are solving it, we are not solving in the balloon frame, obviously. We are solving in which frame? Ground frame. In the ground frame, as I did before, same thing only, no difference also. Again, you are finding it difficult to digest that it is rising up and then coming down. Better get to use.
Height from the ground is 3g by 2, sir. Sir, we cannot hear you, sir.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
బాయ్స్
సార్
ఎవరు ఈ డౌట్ అడిగింది? కార్తీకా లేకపోతే డౌట్ ఎవరు అడిగింది అంటున్నా? Who will ask this doubt? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
There was one boy who asked this question. Give some practical example. He is still not understanding that why it is rising up and then coming down. Who is that boy? Can you name yourself so that I can talk to you? I was giving practical example, but before that I lost the connection. Are you there?
He is not there, I think, sir. I'm asking, but he is not replying.
He is not there, huh?
Maybe.
He also lost his connection, I think, sir. Anyone else who has this confusion why this rises up? I was trying to explain in another way. Anyone else?
Sir, can you explain, sir?
Let me explain. What is your name?
Sai Nandu.
Huh?
Sai Nandu.
Sai. Wait. Let me see your name once.
Sir, you did not start screen shares.
Sai Nandu, sir. Nandu.
Sai Nandu. Okay. Sai Nandu.
I also have the same doubt, sir.
Okay, then you also talk to me once and I will want to clarify this thing properly. Let us say we have what I said here. First I said one thing, that just after releasing the ball.
వాడికి ఎన్నిసార్లు చెప్పిన సౌండ్ కొంచెం తక్కువ పెట్టుకోరా చోటోడా, ఆ సౌండ్ కొంచెం తగ్గించుకో పెట్టుకోరా యువత.
Just after releasing the ball, what happens? Two things I told. One thing,
it will rise up, sir.
Velocity doesn't change. Velocity doesn't change. Number two, acceleration suddenly changes. Suddenly changes and becomes equal to g in downward direction. Is it right or not? You understand this part? This is
Yes,
what
sir.
you have to understand. Means you have to, first of all, you have to learn this and try to understand it properly. Now I'm making another attempt to make you understand why velocity doesn't change and why acceleration changes suddenly. I will try to explain it again. Listen carefully. Let's say I'm giving one thought experiment to you. There is one rocket here or spaceship and another rocket and another spaceship. Both are, let us say, moving horizontally with same speed. In some space, they are moving together with same speed, and there is a window here for one person, for the other person here. Person A in this side and person B this side. Can they, if they are face to face and they are moving with same speed, can they talk to each other or not? Can they talk to each other or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
If they are face to face, both moving with the same speed. Speed is, let us say, 1000 or 2000 meter per second. Very last speed is there. Maybe more than that. 2000 meter per second and 2000 meter per second. Now, if this person throws a ball to another person, the other person will be able to catch or not?
Yes, sir.
Other person is able to catch this. Now, imagine that if you are thinking that velocity will suddenly become zero just after throwing, then what would happen? If after throwing velocity would become zero, then the ball will remain here and this will suddenly go what distance away in 1 second? If it is 1 second time taken by the ball to go from one window to the other window, then in that time it will go where? 2 kilometers ahead, and ball will be here only. If
2
ball
kilometers
attains,
ahead, sir.
if ball is, if those who are thinking that ball will not have the same velocity as this, then they will be thinking completely wrongly, because if ball is not having that velocity, then ball will remain there and it will rise, it will go away 2 kilometers away. He will never be able
Yes,
to
sir.
catch it.
Yes, sir. Now
Why
understood,
he's able?
sir.
Okay, why he's able to catch it? Because just after
We can
giving,
take a practical
handing over the
example
ball
also, sir.
together.
If we go out of a running train, then we will run for a distance, sir.
Yes, exactly. So means the speed we are able to retain the speed of the body from where we are getting dropped. We are able to retain the speed of that body, but we are not able
Yes,
to retain the acceleration of that body. We are not able to retain the acceleration of that body. Why we are not able to retain the acceleration? Now let us try to understand this. If I'm holding a book on my hand, okay, if I'm holding a book on my hand, then I'm able to carry its weight. But the moment I just drop it and I release it, then I'm not applying any force on it now. Then force is suddenly changing. If force, what forces were acting before when I was holding it, then forces acting were normal upwards due to my hand and mg downwards. On the other hand, if it is released, then there is only one force now, mg downwards. There is no normal upwards. No force is acting to hold it up, right? Then you notice that here acceleration was 0, but just afterwards, acceleration suddenly becomes mg by m, which is equal to g. So acceleration changes suddenly just after releasing, but velocity doesn't change suddenly just after releasing. Velocity remains same after releasing also. Just remember this thing. Velocity remains same after releasing. Okay. Is it okay?
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes, sir. It's okay, sir.
Right. This is it. Try to remember this thing onwards. Okay. Fine, then we can do such questions, I think, and time is also over now. Is it over now? To what time we have class?
Over, sir.
Over, then I'm ending
Sir,
it now.
if class direct this time or changes, sir.
Class timing will be this
This
only.
time
Huh?
only. This only.
This time only.
Okay, sir.
Okay.